YTPC, Padre Piper, coming to you via the virtual airwaves of YouTube, saying hello, YouTube Pipe community. I hope you are finding all the blessings that the good Lord has in store for you. I can claim my blessings, and some of those blessings include you, YTPC. It's been a little bit rough. I know most of you know I lost my pup Annie on Friday, and don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that today. I do want to say how appreciative I am of so many people who reached out to me via various forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter, here on YouTube and such. In fact, the first video I put up about Annie, there were so many responses that came in so quickly, and I was just away from things. I couldn't even respond to every one of them other than to go through and click the heart button, and I don't know of any other response that I could have made other than that heart button of love to say thank you for how much your support means to me. And folks like Brian 357 Magnum and Pipeful and Northeast Piper UK, who actually made video responses or video shout outs, however you want to say it, to me during that time. Guys, it's above and beyond, and it's what makes this YouTube pipe community of ours just so extra special, and I really do. I thank you. Yeah. I know some of you are curious and are hesitant to ask. People always, you know, there's a curiosity surrounding death, whether it's a person or an animal, and there's politeness, and so it's you know, nothing secret. Annie was getting up in age. She was far younger than other dogs, big dogs that I've had, and but about a month ago, early June, in fact, she was diagnosed with liver problems. She was going into liver failure, and we made some dietary adjustments and some medication kinds of things, and it helped. And then she kind of got worse, and last Thursday evening I came home from, I do a Thursday evening Holy Eucharist each Thursday, and I came home from church, and it was clear when I got home that she was in really bad shape, and I brought her to the it's a 24-hour vet hospital. She went through the ER, and she was admitted to ICU overnight, and the vet in the ER wanted her to be seen in the morning by somebody who had a little bit more knowledge and specialization in what she was dealing with, which I was very appreciative of. And so she was seen by a vet internal medicine specialist. It's amazing that you've got all these specialties with animals and such, but it was, you know, the fact of the matter is she was in bad shape at that point, and you know, the vet said that there were some other things that could be done that could give her maybe another couple of weeks to maybe okay, this is going to be some kind of weird splice or edit there. I apologize for that. The tripod kind of snapped out and dropped the phone that I'm recording onto the floor. I think what I was saying was the internal medicine specialist, vet specialist, said there were some things that we might be able to do that could give her another couple of weeks or so, and maybe even a month or so. And for me, the concern was what was going to be the quality of her life, and that was, you know, not that was not going to be good. And so it's always a hard thing, you know, to lose an animal you love. As I said in one of the videos that I posted, God gives us stewardship over these animals, over our pets, for a short amount of time. And we need to focus on what a blessing they are during those years that we have them. And yes, it hurts to lose them, but what a blessing to have them in the first place. And the wonderful memories that I have of Annie and all my dogs prior to Annie. You know, I'll never be able to lose that, and that's a wonderful thing. My vet kind of, or the internal medicine vet, I won't say my vet because that was the first time I met her, she sort of was taken aback by something I said, and then finally got to giggling and couldn't stop. She looked at me and she says, I know this is hard, this is like losing a member of the family. And I said, you know, Doc, I've never had a dog that I didn't love. I can't say the same thing for all my family members. And I didn't laugh when I said it. I just kind of said it because it came out unfiltered. And she didn't know quite how to take that. And then she got to giggling and we giggled together. So, but that's a fact. So, but a thank you to each and every one of you for reaching out. I really do appreciate it. Again, it's one of the beauties of YTPC. Housekeeping, I never got to that. I'm in the Eric Nording tonight, and boy, it is hot and humid. Hot and humid outside, and so if I were to say I'm glistening, that would just be polite because I'm sweating like a pig. Because it's just hot, folks. And in the Eric Nording, what I'm smoking tonight is one of my favorite Esoterica blends, and that is And So to Bed. It's just, it's a wonderful treat. Love it. So flavorful. And I thank you for bearing with me as I try to light it. It's going to go out again because I'm going to keep talking. I wanted to share something a little bit on the funny side with you, with my YouTube experience recently. You guys might have had similar experiences. So, you know, I primarily subscribe to pipe channels, YTPC, but there's some other channels I subscribe to. One of the channels is a channel, I think it's called Today I Learned. I don't know if that's the exact, I think that's what it's called. And it's just neat. It's full of trivia kinds of stuff, you know, and you learn something goofy that you probably could live the rest of your life without ever learning. But anyway, one of the things that popped up in my subscription feed was a video from that, a suggestion. And the title of the video was, and it's not intended to be clickbait. I mean, this is just a legitimate, this kind of, they post all sorts of things. The title of the video was something to the effect of, does Mountain Dew really affect sperm count? Apparently that's a, I don't know, a rumor or an old wives' tale or something out there. I'd never heard that, but it caught my curiosity. So I clicked, I watched, and it doesn't, by the way. I'll save you the video there. But, you know, YouTube, what happens is YouTube uses algorithms to kind of chart your behavior. And so if you click one video and watch it all the way through, it's more likely to suggest some other videos from that same presenter or of a similar genre. And I guess the word sperm count was, was the key words in that. And man, before I knew it, there was some really, really weird stuff popping up in my suggestions feed, and one of them I didn't take to be what I thought it was going to be. I honestly thought it had something to do with pipe smoking. Probably, I was thinking aromatic pipe smoking. And part of the title had to do with honey, as in the word was honeypotting, which I didn't know what honeypotting was. I do now. I don't know if you know what it is, but I clicked and I watched, and I probably turned red watching this so-called doctor of sexology explain honeypotting. And I think the name of that channel, for those of you who are really curious and want to go look for it, it's called, I think it's called Sexplanations. Well, lo and behold, I started getting all kinds of recommendations in my feed for other videos that the channel Sexplanations was watching. And let me tell you, folks, YouTube's a funny thing. If you just make one errant click of a button onto a video, you're going to be fed some stuff that you might not be looking for. I tell you that just because I found it to be funny. Now, I'll tell you something else I learned this week about YouTube is apparently, you know, they use tags and keywords and titles and all that kind of stuff to help feed your feeds so that things are, you know, it knows how to suggest stuff that would be on target for you. And you can throw it off by doing what I did inadvertently. But one of the things I didn't realize is that closed captioning of the videos is also analyzed by YouTube. So it picks up our voice, knows the words. Those words are not only just changed into closed captioning, but they are analyzed by YouTube, and that goes into its analysis of content. And so depending upon what you're saying or what I'm saying, all of that can be captured by YouTube, and it will have some impact. So think about that when you say things like house cleaning. It could be why the Lemon Pledge ads are coming up now. So anyway, that's just all in good fun, part of being part of this YouTube world. And you know, YouTube's a funny thing, but we have to play by their rules. It's their show, and you know, Honeypotting and Mountain Dew and sperm count, you know, these are now all being picked up in my closed captioning and being analyzed. And oh man. Anyway, so I guess what I'm saying is I need to make sure that I, from this point forward, since my channel is really about pipes and pipe smoking and the hobby and tobaccos and such, I should make sure that all my content clearly revolves around that too. But I guess it's been skewed lately since I've been talking about Annie as well. I didn't want to spend a whole time talking about pets and Annie, but I'm just amazed. I guess I'm not. I knew YouTube people, the YouTube pipe community is just such a special group of people, and I should not be surprised at the amount of animal lovers, just like me. I mean, not just like we have a pet, like crazy about their pets, and ultimately respect for animals, and how serious people take their relationships with their animals and the care that they provide for their dogs and their cats and their ferrets or whatever else that they may have. It's just, man, it's just good to know there's other people out there that are like that. It's, I guess, a little subcategory, or actually probably a pretty big subcategory within the subcategory of the YTPC. It's like I'm dyslexic tonight. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's late. But anyway, not a whole lot more I wanted to chat about. I just needed to get back into it, folks. And my plan is, I hope over the weekend or soon I can get back into my summer top 5 list. I want to start doing those again. I'm hoping to have another Words Worthwhile again this Sunday. I've promised those for each Sunday during July. Some folks have asked me to do it beyond July, and I'll see what I can do. I'm glad you're enjoying those, and it's just really, again, to each of you, it's such a blessing to have you as virtual friends out in the YouTube pipe community, and I'm glad we can enjoy our time together chatting in this format or through comments, and maybe enjoying a pipe together, or even if you're not smoking, if you're just listening. I know one of the things I like to do is just light my pipe and watch videos at that time, and so I guess some of you do that as well. So if you're smoking something good while you're watching this, I hope it's blessing you with great enjoyment. And whatever you're doing, I hope you're making the best of it and that you're finding all the blessings that God has in store for you. I'm going to sign off for now. Such a pleasure to be with each of you, and I look forward to chatting again soon. This is Padre Piper, wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings.